Hey there, amazing friends. I warmly invite you to join me on this exciting journey by subscribing to my channel, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. Every like, comment, and share brings us closer together and fuels my passion to create more great content. Your support truly makes all the difference. Thank you for being the heart of this community. Twisted animation, when innocent cartoons hide terrifying secrets in the shadows. In a world where childhood memories are painted in bright colors and cheery tunes, there exists a hidden undercurrent of darkness that lurks behind seemingly innocent cartoon images. It began as an urban legend among animation enthusiasts. A whispered rumor passed from one conspiracy theorist to another of cartoons that, beneath their playful veneer, concealed chilling messages and secret codes designed to unsettle, manipulate, and even forewarn of unspeakable horrors. This is the story of a few rare, twisted animations that defied expectations and left an indelible mark on the minds of those who dared to watch them late at night. The legend takes us back to the early days of hand-drawn cartoons, when studios labored over every frame with painstaking detail. In those halcyon days, animators were celebrated as magicians who could bring static drawings to life, creating worlds where laughter and adventure reigned supreme. Yet, as time passed and the medium evolved, a handful of whispers began to surface, stories of frames that seemed to linger too long on a particular image, sequences that felt disturbingly out of sync with the otherwise cheerful narrative. Some claim that hidden within these episodes were subliminal messages, cryptic symbols, or even disjointed snippets of dialogue that hinted at darker truths about our world. Over decades, these isolated accounts gathered momentum, transforming from isolated urban myths into a full-blown conspiracy theory that certain cartoons, initially intended for entertainment, had been tampered with or even purposefully crafted to hide terrifying secrets in the shadows. One of the earliest documented cases emerged in the early 1980s when a local television station in a Midwestern town began airing a beloved Saturday morning cartoon that had entertained generations of children. Parents would later recall an episode in which the main character, a whimsical, mischievous animal, ventured into an enchanted forest. However, during a brief scene in which the background darkened unexpectedly, sharp-eyed viewers claimed to have seen a fleeting image, a gaunt, shadowy figure with eyes that glowed an eerie red, staring directly at the audience for a single frame. Dismissing it as a mere glitch at first, the station's engineers later admitted that the film had a few scratches, though no one could account for the anomaly. Over time, those who remembered the incident swore that the memory of that one unbidden look haunted their dreams. Could it have been an accident of decay, or was it a deliberate insertion, a secret message meant for those who were willing to see beyond the cheerful facade? The mystery deepened when another cartoon, produced by a rival studio known for its experimental style, aired an episode that featured an elaborate musical number. Midway through the performance, as the characters danced joyfully and the upbeat melody soared, an audio anomaly punctuated the scene, a single dissonant chord that resonated like a death knell. As the music resumed its regular tune, the chord faded into silence, leaving behind a lingering sense of unease. Radio DJs and late-night critics soon began to dissect the sound, suggesting that it was not a random error, but a hidden signal encoded into the soundtrack. Some theorists claimed it was a covert warning, a message left by an insider who had uncovered something nefarious within the animation industry. They pointed to a pattern. Several episodes from that era contained similarly unsettling moments, almost as if someone had taken a liking to embedding these eerie signals into otherwise harmless narratives. As these theories gained traction online, forums dedicated to animated conspiracies sprang up, where amateur sleuths compared frame-by-frame analyses of various cartoons. They discovered that in some episodes, the background details would shift imperceptibly, Trees would twist into unnatural shapes, clouds would form symbols that resembled ancient runes, and even the characters' expressions sometimes hinted at hidden despair. One particularly compelling case was that of The Merry Misadventures of Benny the Bunny, a cartoon adored by children for its lighthearted humor. Yet several viewers noted that in one episode, during a brief interlude in which Benny wandered through a moonlit glade, the camera lingered on a reflection in a pond. In that split second, a spectral image of a pale face, eyes sunken, and mouth agape could be seen among the ripples. The image vanished as quickly as it appeared, but its impact was profound. Critics argued that such anomalies could not be chalked up to random film damage. They were too precise, too deliberately placed. Theories about the origin of these twisted animations soon proliferated. One faction claimed that certain cartoons had been secretly commissioned by covert government agencies during the Cold War, intended as a form of subliminal messaging to condition children's minds with latent fear or compliance. According to this view, the insertion of disturbing images and discordant sounds was a subtle tool to prime a generation for authoritarian control, a silent whisper of impending societal change. Another group of theorists argued that the dark elements were the work of rogue animators, disillusioned artists who, having witnessed the brutal realities of the world, decided to hide their grim truths in the very medium that once brought joy to millions. They suggested that these animators, frustrated by censorship and unable to openly express their discontent with a corrupt system, resorted to embedding cryptic symbolism in their work, accessible only to those who were willing to look beyond the surface. A particularly influential document in these debates was an obscure interview published in an underground magazine in the late 1990s. In it, an anonymous animator, claiming to have worked on several popular cartoon series, revealed that there had been internal discussions about including hidden layers in the animations, layers that were meant to convey deeper, darker themes about human nature, the fragility of society, and the inevitable decay of innocence. We were told, the interviewee confessed, that art is not just for laughter, it is for awakening. But the hierarchs feared that if the truth was too obvious, it might incite panic. So we hid it like messages in a bottle for those who could decipher our silent pleas. The authenticity of the interview was hotly contested, and many dismissed it as the ramblings of a disgruntled artist. Yet for those who believed, it provided a tantalizing explanation for the anomalies that had perplexed generations of viewers. In the years that followed, as the digital age transformed the way we consume media, new tools emerged to analyze these enigmatic cartoons with unprecedented precision. High-definition scans, frame-by-frame analyses, and spectral audio studies allowed researchers to compare old VHS tapes with remastered versions of the same episodes. In several cases, the results were startling. Subtle distortions in the image, hidden layers of sound that only appeared when isolated, and even faint, ghostly overlays that seemed to tell their own story. A small group of independent researchers, self-dubbed the cartoon cryptographers, amassed a trove of data, compiling indices of anomalies across dozens of animated series. Their work suggested that the disturbing elements were not isolated glitches, but a deliberate, if sporadic, phenomenon that spanned multiple studios and decades. They argued that these hidden messages might even change the way we understand the evolution of animation as an art form, a medium that, beneath its surface of whimsy and color, has always been capable of conveying the darkest truths about our society. As you listen to this tale, let your mind wander back to the simple joy of watching cartoons as a child, when every character was a friend and every episode promised a world of adventure. Now imagine that beneath that cheerful exterior lurked a secret world, a realm where the animator's deepest fears and wildest frustrations were encoded in every frame, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to look. Picture the shock of a little boy, eyes wide in terror, as he sees a brief, inexplicable image of a sorrowful, distorted face behind the smiling characters on screen. Imagine the ripple of confusion and dread that would spread through a playground or a living room as whispered rumors of cursed cartoons began to take hold. The notion that our most cherished childhood memories could harbor such malevolent secrets is as captivating as it is horrifying. It forces us to question the nature of innocence and the price of hidden truths. What if the laughter we once took for granted was underpinned by an unspoken warning, a message from the creators meant only for those who could see beyond the surface, who were destined to understand that not all is as it seems in the realm of animation? Could it be that every time we pressed play on a cartoon, we were unwittingly invited to peer into a darker mirror, a mirror that reflected the world's hidden sorrows, its suppressed anxieties, and the relentless passage of time? The enduring allure of these twisted animations lies in their duality. They are both relics of a bygone era and living testimonies to the complexities of human emotion. While the mainstream narrative tells us that cartoons are meant solely for amusement, the whispers of the past hint at a more profound purpose, one that speaks to the very heart of our collective experience. In the quiet moments when the lights dim and the familiar characters fade into shadow, there may be more than simple entertainment at play. There might be a silent communication, a secret language of images and sounds that beckons us to look closer, to question what we have been told about the nature of art and the forces that shape our reality. For those who have dedicated their lives to exploring these mysteries, the work is far from over. Every obscure clip, every subtle distortion, every spectral sound is a piece of a puzzle that spans cultures, decades, and even genres. The story of twisted animation is not confined to one studio or one era. It is a global phenomenon, a shared if hidden narrative that challenges us to reconsider the relationship between art and truth. In a world where technology increasingly filters our experiences, where every image is subject to scrutiny and every sound can be dissected, these secret messages remind us that the boundaries of perception are fluid and that even the most innocent creations may conceal depths of darkness. So, as you listen to this story, let it serve as both a caution and an invitation, a call to explore the hidden layers of the media that shape our lives, to question the narratives we have grown up with, and to uncover the secrets that lie just beneath the surface. The next time you watch a cartoon, pay attention to the details, the subtle shifts in color, the moments when the music seems to falter, the images that linger a little too long on the screen. Perhaps there is a message hidden within, a silent plea from a generation of artists who sought to reveal the truth about the human condition through the language of animation. And in that hidden truth, you might find not only a deeper understanding of art, but also a mirror reflecting the unspoken fears and hopes of our own time. In the end, twisted animation, when innocent cartoons hide terrifying secrets in the shadows, is more than a conspiracy theory or a nostalgic memory of childhood cartoons. It is a call to look beyond the surface of what is presented to us, to embrace the possibility that within every frame of seemingly harmless entertainment, there may be echoes of a darker, more complex reality. Whether you choose to dismiss these accounts as elaborate myth or to seek out the hidden messages within, the story invites you to listen with a careful ear and a questioning mind. For in the interplay of light and shadow, of laughter and lament, lies a mystery that is as old as time, a mystery that continues to captivate, to terrify, and to inspire those daring enough to peer into the depths of animation's most twisted secrets.